Hi, this is Shane Reese and welcome to Sign True Outdoors. This week we're in northwest Montana. The crew's out mountain lion hunting. We're going to have a special guest with us, Mark Stewart. Very first time he's going to hunt with the show. And it's going to be his very first mountain lion harvest. Hope you enjoy the show. You're watching Sign True Outdoors.
Hunting mountain lions requires a bit more than just placing an experienced hunter in good terrain.
Who do you want over here? Who do we got over here? Echo.
To have consistent success, it requires an experienced dog handler, the houndsman. Cats are arguably the most elusive big game animals in the world, capable of covering huge distances. But even with a good houndsman and a good group of dogs, nothing happens until you cross a fresh set of tracks. And to do that, it really helps to get out after a fresh snowfall. Makes it much easier for the handler to determine whether a track should be followed or passed up.
Go around it.
Drag you under it. Yeah, we're just come to film Mark. He's got a once-in-a-lifetime lion tag, and all geared up to come film him in his area. Put a line in a tree for him. In this area, when you find a track in the general area, you got to take advantage of it all you can. When we put the dogs on the track earlier, it didn't take them long to hit it, and once we get them on it, I think they'll run it.
Nice. Looked like a pretty good one.
Yeah, looks like a good cat.
Nice.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Bill Hoyt's not used to walking in the snow.
Larry wants to guide the dogs as closely as he can and for as long as he can.
I can see him doing that too. They would.
Eventually, he's going to need to make the call of when and where he'll cut the dogs free. Following the tracks together not only helps focus the dogs, but strengthens the routine, so that when Larry does make the call, the dogs know the cat is close.
I'm ready to rock, buddy. Hang on. There you go. Crazy.
Or hot pursuit.
Hot pursuit.
They're
Still
ready to rock.
still like an inch of snow on the track, but
I don't think he'll be too far.
yeah, they're moving it, so that's a good sign.
GPS technology not only helps prevent losing dogs,
You still on him?
Yeah.
but knowing exactly where each dog is and how they're reacting can help the houndsman form a mental image of what's happening out there.
The snow's so powdery that
Yeah.
one dog goes over it, it's probably half covering it for the other dogs.
He probably.
Knowing exactly where each dog is helps, but being able to hear his dogs could tell a handler even more.
Wish I could get where I could at least hear them,
They still about 400 out.
No, I got 600. I got Rocky sitting at 448. We should probably head down there and see. Usually when Rocky's sitting, it's a good sign.
Check it out.
Check it out. I just like to get into hearing on them,
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like
Here's Rocky.
Trapper and Dixie have tree switches right now down towards the road.
Let's do it. Get up on the hill so we can try to hear them, but right off the main road.
A tree switch is an alarm transmitted from the dog's collar, indicating that the dog's head is pointing up, the way it would be when a cat's been treed.
Freaking lost him right here somewhere. Is it? They were on it, dude. Pushing right across the road. Really? Cat.
And that's cat hunting. Hot on the trail 1 minute, gone the next.
This segment of Silent Draw Outdoors is sponsored by Hoyt.
Welcome back to Silent Draw Outdoors. Trying not to get too discouraged from getting so close yesterday, the guys catch a break on fresh sign. No matter how many dogs a handler has, there's always a favorite, the best of the group. For Larry, that dog is Rocky.
Look at Rocky. Rocky's like, I smell it up here. 2 more seconds and he's on it.
While the rest might hang together, keying into each other's reactions, Rocky goes wherever his nose takes him. Rocky says, game on.
Rocky's on it. What do you think, Mark?
I'm excited.
Yeah?
It's been a long freaking winter. No snow, then tons of snow, and now rain. Can't catch a break. We'll get him today, though.
I'm gonna be cracking up if we got him trade because I got them all sitting at 250 yards.
The track ain't that old.
No,
No.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, it's. I think this is gonna go quick.
I mean, the track wasn't that old when we hit it on the border of private.
Yeah. Got Trapper at 236, Dixie at 240, Echo at 280.
Rock, rock.
Oh, buddy. What have you got? He's a good-looking kid, Larry. I can't hardly even see him.
It could be a real challenge to judge a cat when they're treed. That's where Mark finds himself now.
Huge female. Is it? Huge female. Here, don't hit that tree. Brisket's big. It's a good cat, isn't it? Big, huge female.
Looks like it's a nice animal, at least from 60 feet below looking through the trees. While Mark's trying to make his decision, Larry works to get the cat into a better position.
Okay.
I don't know.
There he's looking at it.
Oh, there it is.
I don't know. The head doesn't look
Oh,
good.
there we go.
Oh, yeah. Freaking got a huge body.
Oh, yeah.
Big old sway belly.
Your tag, I mean. Might get a bigger one, you might not get one at all.
Tank of a body
I
on it.
think I gotta shoot it. What do you think?
I'd shoot it.
Mark,
I would.
I wouldn't pass that cat up, buddy.
I know, I just no. Yeah, it's a big cat.
It's a big cat, dude. He's way high, he looks good.
It looks good for me. I say we whack it.
This segment of Silent Draw Outdoors is sponsored by Polaris.
Hey, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with that cat. What do you think, Larry?
It'd be a tough bow shot.
Yeah, that would be. You'd have to really thread the needle or get right at a good steep angle right under it. You think it's a monster?
Oh, it's a huge cat. It's a huge.
Let's go ahead and take it. You ready? I think I'm gonna shoot from here because that's about my clearest shot.
Yeah, it's a pretty clear angle, right, almost right where I'm standing.
You ready? All right, here we go.
Down.
Right down there, dude. It's down right there.
Is it go down right there?
Yeah.
It's down right there.
Good job, buddy. Good shot. Great work, man. It's a heck of a poke. A little dirty.
Yeah, baby.
Old lever gun.
The old lever gun.
Old BC Canadian style. Old lever master. I'm gonna call it real quick.
Nice shot, Mark.
Thanks, man.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks. Appreciate all the
Congratulations.
help and the hiking, and
I think it's a nice cat.
that looked like a big cat as it was coming by us.
It's just kind of.
That cat come right by us, man. Just freaking. It was so sweet.
Good shot, bud.
The old lever gun.
Old BC Canadian style. Old lever master.
That cat come right by us, man. Just freaking. It was so sweet. Thanks, buddy.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it's down just right there. Tipped over.
Tipped over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Good. I don't know what it looked like, but I think I got it running right by you guys.
Oh, it was sweet coming right by
I got
us.
him running.
And I mean, it was like,
Yeah.
it was slow
That's a
motion
good
too.
looking
It's just
cat,
like
dude.
freaking big old thick.
Let's sneak over and check out our
Let's go look.
Silent Draw Adventure cat, huh? Silent Draw Outdoors, baby. Another great American adventure. Not every day a lion runs 10 feet by you.
No.
With any downed animal, it's always best to approach with caution. An animal may appear to be expired by all accounts, but it's always a good idea to play it safe. It may still have some life left in it.
She done.
This is true of any animal, not just predators.
Thanks to Larry and Daryl and Luke for hiking up the mountain with me and taping this. Is awesome. Couldn't ask for any better. Freaking great.
That's an awesome, pretty cat. So it's really pretty.
Nice big feet on her.
Man.
Those are some deer killers there.
Looks good. 760 yards to the truck. Nice. That ain't bad.
No. Nice feet.
Good deal, buddy.
Big old claws.
Predator control, as Shane calls it, is a very important part of the entire ecosystem. Most times, houndsmen prefer to take male toms over females, but that balance doesn't always mean that a tom is the most effective animal to hunt. Stay in touch with your game officials. Most likely, they can tell you which animal may better balance a certain area's population. Stay tuned after the break. Shane will sit down with an expert, Jim Williams of Montana's Fish, Wildlife, and Parks. They'll have an open and frank discussion about predation in our western states and some key insight into the science and expertise guiding the tags available to you.
You hit a certain point, they kill each other.
We'll take a look at one of the most important issues in western game hunting today,
The males start killing males, they'll kill kittens.
predation control, right here on Silent Draw
You
Outdoors.
just have to be careful.
This segment of Silent Draw Outdoors with Shane Reese is brought to you by Carbon Express.
Welcome back to Silent Draw Outdoors. Today, Shane took an opportunity to sit down with Montana's Fish, Wildlife, and Parks to discuss some very hot-button topics concerning predation in the western states.
So, Jim, let's talk about mountain lion populations and what the mountain lions do, the impact they have in this area on our deer and elk population here in western Montana.
It's a good question. Mountain lions, in particular, have always been around, as you know.
Right.
We have deer populations, elk populations go up and down with lions. The new kid on the block is wolves, and so wolves combined with lions and a winter, we feel potentially could be a significant, factor taken together to depress game populations. You're really looking at a 5 carnivore system: black and grizzly bear, wolf and mountain lion, and coyote.
Yep.
Those are the biggies. And it's a pretty complex system to manage when it comes to ungulates and carnivores.
Oh, exactly.
For lions, if you think about it, a typical adult female, I've worked on probably 3 different research projects. That's what I did my graduate work on, was mountain lions. An adult female, when I had the cats radioed, they have those 2 kittens about every other year when times are good. They can take about a deer-sized animal a week if you got a nursing or a lactating female feeding kittens. An adult tom, you can get a deer about every other week. Every now and again, they'll take down 2 deer. But the adult toms are spaced a lot apart, a lot more than a female. An adult male has a home range of about 150 square miles, a tom. Female, 70, 80, 90. And sometimes they'll overlap, they'll tolerate each other a little more. Males do not, they kill each other.
Yeah.
And the older a male is, the larger it is, the more likely it will kill another male in its home range. Montana manages mountain lions with public recreation. We depend upon houndmen entirely to take cats, take people out that want to take a cat. They know the woods, they know their dogs, they know how to get cats. We depend on them. So we use the best available science that we have, and we've got some new stuff that we've done here recently, and we use the houndman observations to try and formulate mountain lion hunting prescriptions that we recommend to our commission. Montana just finished 12 years of intensive mountain lion research with the radio collars and the garnets.
Right.
The one thing everyone needs to know about mountain lions, Shane, is you cannot increase mountain lion populations forever. You hit a certain point, they kill each other.
Right.
So a high population is all you're going to get.
Yeah.
You just can't stack them in anymore.
Yeah.
The males start killing males, they'll kill kittens. So they kind of self-regulate a little bit at the high end. You just have to be careful of overshooting females on the low end.
Exactly.
So it's a balance, and it's never going to be perfect.
It has to be a balance, and that's one thing that we try to take pride in. When we're lion hunting, very rarely do you ever see us harvest a female lion. On occasion it happens, just because the fact depends on what area that we're in, if there's a high concentration of females, and we've talked to you and say, hey, what are we looking at in these certain areas, and you say there's a lot of females, then we're more apt to say, okay, let's take a female cat, even though technically, do we always want to do that? No. But if it deems fit that we need to, then that's exactly what we do. Because obviously we're conservationists, and houndsmen are conservationists, and we want to make sure that the population base is at a good level that we can continue the thing that we love to do, and that's hound hunt.
Mountain lion populations are healthy in northwest Montana. In fact, it's our opinion that they're in that mid to high range. We're getting up to what we'll have with hunting, that you can have with hunting. And so we're looking at increasing some hunting opportunity next year. Of course, we have to work with the local houndmen and the commission for those recommendations. I think Montana is unique. In Oregon, Washington, and California, there's some real social issues that drive the management of their wildlife species, especially large carnivores. And there's been some ballot box initiatives in all 3 of those states. In California, you cannot hunt lions. In Oregon, you can, I think, without hounds on some damage hunts. And Washington, it's a mixed bag as well, a boot hunt. But frankly, as a species, mountain lions can be managed. You can hunt mountain lions just fine. Populations will still be there. You're okay. The biology of the animal lends itself to proper wildlife management using hunting, if that's the will of the people. In Montana, it is. People live in Montana to hunt.
Exactly.
We have 30%, a minimum of 30% of the residents of Montana, they hunt.
Yeah.
That's the highest in the nation. I mean, it's very, very high, and that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. It's part of how sportsmen help manage the wildlife here, and obviously one of the ways that we do it is within lion hunting.
Shane, mountain lion populations are not where we were at the all-time highs in the mid-90s, but relative to the low about 8-9 years ago when a lot of houndmen were concerned about cats, we're up significantly. Shane, northwest Montana, you grew up here, I mean, the last 13 years, we've watched a lot of changes in terms
Yeah.
of large carnivore populations. You know, wolves have obviously increased.
Yeah.
Lions go up and down, black bears up and down. Grizzlies have really increased in their distribution and numbers. We've had large carnivores for a long time. You know, you've grown up with them. And we've always had wolves in the north half of the region. They were native,
Right.
you know. And so, yeah, it's an issue. It's a big issue for a lot of hunters, but we've always had them. So I think our hunters are a little more experienced having these animals
Yeah.
on the landscape. You get down south in, you know, in the Bitterroot, and you get into areas around Yellowstone where these animals are increasing in their distribution. They're new on the landscape, 100% new.
Right.
And that's a big issue.
Silent Draw Outdoors would like to thank Jim Williams and the Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Parks of Montana. We're honored that they would take the time to sit down and discuss the issues that are directly impacting what we see in the field. These issues don't come without emotion, and certainly some politics in many states. But in Montana, we know that the issues are scrutinized with an open approach of scientific data combined with common sense communication with those in the field and an inherent belief that those that manage game and those that hunt it want only to strike a balance between predator and prey.
All right, folks, as you can see, what an unbelievable experience Mark had harvesting his very first mountain lion with the Silent Draw Outdoor crew. And with that cat jumping out of the tree, I know his heart was pounding there a little bit as that thing ran by him. Unbelievable experience for him and a great time with the crew. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you right here next week on Silent Draw Outdoors.
Closed captioning is provided by Guides Unlimited Network.
Ooh, look.
Additional sponsors of Silent Draw Outdoors are Trophy Taker, Black Gold Bow Sights, Tight Spot Quivers, Lakewood Products, Ripcord, Strut and Rut.